Previously on the other dungeon, the party members that left the demon ship defeated the giant bugs in the Titan's hair by catching it all on fire before surveying the area around it. While Karam, still aboard the demon ship, confronted the captain and took his hat and the magical necklace he used to control the ship and tossed them both into the ship's hell engine, and freed the prisoners, including Bakefo, before noticing an increase in temperature and the engine beginning to groan, and rushed to try and abandon ship, but encountered a bone demon before they could escape, so Bakefo sent some sailors to retrieve their allies for aid, as the demon dragged Karam to the lower deck and tossed him into the engine, while curiously picking up the Bakefo stone, and was taken over by Bakefo's will, who then rescued Karam from the fire, and became the new captain of the demon ship. And now, the other dungeon continues.
So I have a level 0 spell that says purify food or drink, purifies 1 cup foot per level of food or water. With this whole rotten flesh outside thing, is that something I could purify?
That would make it more edible for you, but it wouldn't give it a soul.
For my crew to eat.
Oh yeah, for your crew. With that spell, that would aid them in being able to eat it, yes. If you want to fill up your prison cages with food or something like that, so you have enough god meat to feed everyone, so you don't have to eat each other, that's not a bad idea.
I'm gonna consult my now the top crew members on the ship.
Yeah.
Y'all want to grab some of that god flesh and see if we keep the powers or something, and maybe some of those lice you killed or something. We can make some beetle stew.
We pretty much killed all those beasts, but I've never had god flesh before. I'm down to try some of that.
I think you need to call, see the giant real quick.
Okay.
Hey, come with us. Come check us out. You got some knowledge.
If I leave ship, are the people on the ship still under my control?
Knowledge Arcana.
No, I can leave the ship, but I don't know shit about the ship. I got a 5.
You're not sure.
Can the demon body leave the ship?
Yeah, I can leave the ship, but yeah, fuck it, let's go. I mean,
Alright.
Karam's just sleeping on the bunk, so if I leave, I don't want someone to rob Karam. I don't know if
So
he
the
would
only people on
rob-
the ship right now is Karam and 3 other crew members.
I'm just gonna go on faith. I'm gonna tell the remaining crew members to continue repairs to the ship.
Alright, diplomacy. Or intimidate.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I got a 1.
So it seems like if you guys leave the ship, these other 3 crew members are going to leave with you, so Karam will be alone on the ship.
That's just as good.
Alright.
Alright, so everyone leaves the ship except Karam.
I'm gonna be like, let me go first. Let me try to smooth things over with these people out here. Before you emerge a giant blanket over her. That was my original idea. They're like, hey, everything's cool. It's fine. Come back to the ship.
Then they have to do a will save.
I think we should
So
throw.
you should go out and try to get everyone to come back inside so they'll be under your
Yeah, I think we should diplomatically just throw a party on the top deck and have everyone bring feast, and then mountain. We're good. No one wants to stay here on this fucking.
It's either stay on this desolate wasteland with
Yeah.
that fucking
Get back on the boat.
louse-infested giant body, or you get back on the demon ship.
the eyeball acid.
Yeah, that thing's crazy.
You could intimidate them. I'll stay
Yeah.
on the ship. Go get that.
I do need a little bit of a nap before I fight that acid.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so Arog emerges first out of the ship. Your head pokes out. No one is near the ship. Everyone's either on the shore, up in the hills, or near the giant's body. So everyone's going to be at a distance whenever you emerge. Your other allies can emerge behind you unless you want to call out.
Roll them.
Let me just try something.
I'm on the top deck. My big smoky head's peeping out that little hatch thing.
Alright, your fiery demon eyes will poke out, but nothing else. Arog can come out. Anyone else that's... So Eric, you can come out up with Arog if you like. That's
No,
what friends are for.
I'm staying by Karen's side. I'm
Alright.
five.
Alright, Eric, who remains on the middle deck. Cots.
It's very tight.
Your poor crush is all beat up and burned. Blistery. This poor sexy elven flesh is all red.
His nipples are all out and I'm still weird about it.
Yeah.
Chafed. The flames.
He's looking rough. He's looking very rough.
I spit on him because that's part of my tribe.
Yeah, your gesture.
You think that helps?
Your attacks are gonna have scarring.
Meanwhile, Eric on the top deck, you're trying to intimidate folks into joining you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, you bunch of bitches, what kind of crew abandons their ship?
Intimidate.
I got a 10.
You're not really attracting anyone with that. You're not catching any flies with that, honey. So they all maintain their distance with the 10. Nothing changes.
I really think
I can try please, but please is less effective.
You got a signing bonus or something? Give some. I mean, if you have some kind of bribe, it might help. Or I don't know if Bakevo told you about the treasure earlier or anything, but you can always, just like in real life, if you're trying to employ a pirate crew.
Right there. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm hey, there's treasure over here too.
Don't do that. I'll switch my little gruff voice to be like,
I peg him in the back of the head.
You tell Arog to switch tactics and maybe bribe the crew to come back.
Like, hey, okay, guys, yeah, there's gold on board.
Diplomacy.
You want to join? 16.
You're able to attract a little less than half the crew, at least back to the shore. They're not back on the ship yet, but they're coming closer to hear what you have to say. Like, you can tell they're sort of contemplating, like, do I stay here on this creepy abandoned island with this giant body, or do I get on this ship and see what happens?
Alright,
They're,
well, see this how
they're sort of
gold-
like halfway.
I'm going to take 15 gold out of my own pocket, throw them into the air, and go, gold for everyone!
I'll give you a diplomacy with a +2.
Natural 20.
Alright, with that, you will draw the people from the shore, all of them. They haven't gotten on the deck of the ship yet, but they're like in the shallow water. They're like right where you're parked at.
I ordered the 3 crew members I have to start a band and play music.
Alright, roll me a diplomacy and I'll roll to see if they have instruments.
16.
They do have instruments, so they're gonna like start playing like pan flutes.
Yeah. I'm
Pan
gonna
flute
do
trio.
the bones on myself.
Alright, roll a performance check to play bone xylophone on yourself while they play pan flute.
I got
So that's not a great performance check. You're not good at playing bone xylophone on yourself. The pan flute sounds good, but you just sound like clunk, 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 clunk.
I hear myself for a second.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
rhythm's
hey.
not good. It's a little offbeat. Your arms are kind of lanky, so it's just difficult to move. You know, you're a dwarf normally, so this body is like it's tall, it's large, it's got long arms and long legs. So it's the opposite of what you're used
Power
to.
trip for sure.
The group that does play pan flute can play them competently enough that the jams seem good. I still might need someone to say something to diplomacy them onto the boat. They're nearby now.
You're like, there's more on board, because I'm the only one up there. Yeah, 15.
I'm only struggling, and I go back into the captain's quarters to pick up some of those coins.
All right, so you grab a big bony handful of coins.
Yeah, I just like roll one down the side.
Machines in front of you. Some part where you put one coin in at a
Yeah, like
time.
if you're trying to lure a cat into a bedroom and you just place one treat every
All
once in a
right,
while.
roll me a diplomacy to draw people in with your like gold bait.
It's a 3.
They fall into the water, people just grab them out of the water. So as soon as they roll off the ship, people just get them. Everyone's very, very close to the ship. They just haven't touched it or gotten on it yet. The crowd is pretty much all around the ship.
Falling out of the ship. There's so much gold here. You guys should get on the ship.
Diplomacy,
I'm
Arog.
not doing anything. Gold's just coming out of the ship. 17.
Only 4 people in your crew.
Yes, when they come in, I'm gonna be sitting there like we're like business professional.
They failed their will save, so they'll do whatever you say.
Well, I'm gonna pretend like they have free will still.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, hey
Good
guys,
captain.
look, I know y'all gone through a recent change in management. I'm really sorry about that, but we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna pillage, we're gonna plunder, we're gonna eat lots and lots of steak with me. And then I make them all go, yeah.
Yeah, they're with you, 100%.
I make one of them go up top and go, hey, bring on in God meat. Go down below.
And this member's diplomacy is pretty high. They'll bring what little bit they can carry. It's not going to be a lot, but you'll get about 80 pounds of god meat delivered to the ship because this guy's so friendly. You might even attract 4 more members to your crew. And they failed their will save, so now your crew is 4 more larger. So you've got, what, like 11 now or something?
Yeah.
We'll get him.
Alright, I'm gonna put my head down to see what's up with Eriku. I'm like,
Eriku's a deck
hey,
below you.
Eriku,
You
still
go to the
wanna-
mid-deck, visit Eriku and Karam.
Yes, I do that. While everyone's partying, I'm prepping some god. I'm like, hey Eriku, you don't want to fuck with some of the Shanyans? Do you still dislike them?
I still don't like them, yeah.
Do you want to like intimidate them back onto the ship, and we can like feed them to furnace or eat them or like do whatever? What
You're asking me, but I'm pretty sure I'm under your control, so you call me. So I don't answer, and I just stand up and I walk out to the top of the thing. I'm like, hey, the fuck on the ship!
Intimidation check.
19. I go back down, and I go to sit by Karen.
Yes.
And I like hold his hand and I pat it.
I feel like at this point, a majority of the crew has returned to the ship. We can say 60% of the total number have returned to the ship if you want to calculate that from the totals you have from before. In
I go up
groups.
there one last time, and I'm like,
We're leaving.
don't sit on the ship, we're leaving you here to get raw with that big old giant corpse thing.
Alright, intimidation check.
I'm gonna be like, you heard her, this place fucking sucks.
At this point, we'll say you guys have a full crew. You might be able to possibly go to get the tooth, but remember if they leave the ship, they might get a will save to decide whether they come back. At this point, Karam can roll a D20 plus con to heal. Plenty of time to heal while you guys build back up your crew and loot a giant head. I'll roll percentage to see if you guys get the gold tooth. If you guys roll a high enough intimidation or diplomacy check, you can also get the gold tooth, but I need someone to roll it.
I'll do it. Intimidation.
Oh.
Don't forget that gold tooth in that giant's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfuckers, that's a 20, but not natural.
Arog, you're able to convince them to bring back the tooth. I'll let them roll a will save as they return with the see if they keep their... Well, I rolled high. The group that returns with the golden tooth appears reluctant to board the ship. They are on the top deck, so it will be close enough to normally be affected by your will there, Bakefo.
Give me the golden tooth anyway.
They did not give anyone the tooth yet. They're holding the tooth hostage there, and they want like promises before they board the ship, basically.
I send Arog plus 40 crew members up to the top deck to claim the tooth and bring
All right.
the other.
Arog, intimidate with your 40 troops.
I'm like, give me that fucking tooth and get on the ship. 19.
Everyone except the guy holding the tooth will concede to your orders. The guy holding the tooth is like holding it tight, and he wants some kind of promise. He's like, he's the one holding the tooth, and he wants you to promise him something before he boards the ship.
And not to kill him if he gives me the tooth.
Alright, intimidate.
11?
Alright, he says he wants to be first mate, or else he's keeping the tooth and you can leave without it.
Yeah, tell him yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Is that a bluff check?
I'll roll with you.
Literally like fucking Predator style on this island.
I got an 8.
I got a 4.
He's like walking through the shallow waters now with the golden tooth leaving the ship. But you have the rest of your crew.
Do any of my crew members have an arrow?
Yeah. I got a bow and arrow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, a lot of them do. As long as they shoot from the ship, you have control.
I line him up on the top. What's that?
You're firing at this guy? Alright, everybody fires.
I got a 13.
Enough other people are going to hit, even though you miss Arog. He's going to die about 30 feet away from the demon ship. He's like face down in the shallows now, holding his golden tooth.
I'm gonna pry that golden tooth out of his cold, dead hand.
Alright, Arog, when you leave the ship, you can roll, you regain your will.
I still want that tooth.
Alright, you take the tooth.
Yeah. I will not care that I'm
I
of free will.
my full top deck for it.
I'm gonna take the tooth from him, and I'm gonna grab him by the leg, drag him back.
Alright, that'll please Bakefo. Even if you're not under Bakefo's will, you're still friends, and you might know that. So you'll bring a body back for Bakefo, and you've got a big golden tooth. You've got a full crew, you're back on the demon ship, you've got a brand new captain.
I would like to order one of my crew to tender and burn.
They can do the same thing you do is just roll heal checks, so that they can't help Karen regain any HP, but they can wrap the wounds, make sure they heal properly. That's not a problem. So at least Karen will have less scars, and Karen can continue to rest. And the ship is fully powered, and you have a crew that you can boss around now, so you can move the ship or leave it here. It's kind of your call at this point.
I would like my crew to be mending my ship. Is it fixed?
It's fixed enough to move around, yes. At this point, you're good to go.
You want to fix it?
Let's get a ship shape.
I think we should
Tip-top
get
shape? Alright, you stick around and make it tip-top shape?
I would like to move as quickly as possible though, so I'd like my kitchen up and running first to cook some god meat, feed my crew, and I would like everyone divided up into little teams, fixing everything all over the ship.
It'll only take about 2 days to finish repairing the ship. As far as the eating the god meat, with your purified food and drink, you can purify 1 cubic foot per level every time you cast that spell. That's on Horizon, so I think you can keep, even without your animal, I think you can keep casting it. Although you can't recharge it, so I think at this point you're at the point where you need to find a familiar soon so you can keep this up. But otherwise, for now, you didn't roll a high enough handle animal yet, but if you want to try and handle an animal highly now that you're in a demon body.
139 crew members looking for a roach right now.
Everyone's looking for a roach. Roll a perception check to have your crew look for a roach.
I got a 25 for the roach.
Your crew is able to track down the roach on the bottom level for you if you want to roll handle animal to try and approach it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, look, roach, it's just you and me. Been through a lot. You're still a roach. I'm now a smoke zombie demon body. I'm sure you're gonna wander into the wrong place, get squished at some point. How about it? You just be my familiar. We can kick some butt, and I can make magic from handling. Oh, natural 20.
So you have a new familiar that's a roach. Spells and stuff as long as you meditate for an hour with your familiar.
Like a bug crawl, like a roach crawl.
Roach bud.
You can fly faster than you can walk. You can now walk 40 foot per turn or fly 60 foot per turn. And you're big enough, you're large enough that you can carry 2 of your allies on your back if you wanted to. But you can fly at kind of at will.
Awesome. Super cool. After they find the roach, I would like everyone to keep fixing everything.
Alright, you guys rest. The ship is repaired. I'll give you guys another 2 days. So if you want to do 2d20 plus con twice to heal. So everybody heals up for the next couple days and the ship's repaired. You guys are on a giant island with cages full of giant flesh, a full crew. The crew's probably too big for the ship at this point. At this point, I think even Bakefo will realize there are too many people in your crew.
Part of the inner sanctum, I'll just be like, well, that's not really a bad thing. We gotta feed the engine.
Currently, you're using the cages downstairs to hold god meat. God meat storage right now. And at Karam's bedside, Eriku tends to Karam's wounds while Karam rests before resting herself. And you say some prayers there, Eriku.
Spit on Karen a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just part of how my tribe does things. But is there like a candle lit next to me or something?
Do you have a candle?
I don't. I just wonder like what is illuminating the room right now? Is there a candle in our room?
There's no candles in the room. There are some like magical torch lights that seem to be powered from below. So as long as the engine has power, there is magical light available to this level of the ship. So there are things that look like gas lamps that light themselves as long as the ship has power. There is a flame you can see, but it's a magical flame, so it's not hot, it's just light. Yeah, you can see Karam.
I do the thing where I stare into the fire.
It's a dim light, but you can see into it.
I look through it, and I hold Kieran's hand, and I kind of just I'm still under Bekev's control, but I pray to my goddess, but I haven't spoken to her in a while, and I've done unspeakable things since I've only tried to take revenge on everything I don't like, which is most things.
So knowledge, religion, or diplomacy?
I'm just really interested in this whole demon thing. I'm just really into it, and I just need her guidance. My religion's higher than my diplomacy, but I still got a 13.
The only thing you're going to glean really is that, at least now, while you're not in control, an ally of yours is in control. I think you do have the sense that Bekefo's the new captain. So while you may not get vengeance right away, at least someone who you feel like you don't, at least currently, want to seek vengeance on is in control of you. So at least you're under the power of an ally and an enemy, and your ally will probably help you strike out against your enemies. So I wouldn't worry too much.
Cool. I still get a sassy attitude with my goddess because that's all she tells me. Just that's her thing, and I just roll my eyes and I'm
well, you rolled a 13, so. And you guys have not had to leave the ship, but other crew members have been going back to the shore and collecting this god flesh. Now, you guys can fill all the cells on the bottom level of the ship. You can fill all of that with god flesh, which will last for a long time. You guys take a little under a week to fill the cages on the bottom level with god flesh. You did lose some crew members during the process to oozes and various other monsters on the island, but otherwise you guys are good to go. You're all full up with fuel. Bekefo's been purifying a small amount of god flesh for the crew to eat on a daily basis. So there's food, of a strange variety. So after 4 or 5 days, y'all are ready to go. The direction that Bekefo would like to go.
I would like to instruct the guy in charge of the galley to make lots and lots of barbecue sauce.
Do the best you can, as you ordered it.
Amazing. I tell him he's amazing, and I take my rotting flesh smoking finger, and I kind of just put him on the nose a little bit and tell him he's amazing.
Where you over there?
And then I am going to go to the captain's quarters and call telepathically to my allies. I will them to come to me.
I come to the capital.
I am stoked to see Eriku. And I say, Eriku, how's your day going?
I'm flexing a little bit. I'm feeling pretty great, so I'm back up to full health. I'm getting to yell at people, and Kieran's back. Doing great over here.
Doing great.
Curious about the giant outside, though.
Yeah, so I willed all of us into captain's quarters.
Okay.
Have a grouping.
Yeah, we'll pal out.
I'm gonna try to look for a periscope or something to try and check out this giant flesh, but I'm a little nervous to leave the ship. I don't know if I should. I'm a little scared. Can I roll to know how I feel about leaving the ship?
Knowledge planes?
I will knowledge planes roll my intuition of being a human on this ship. I got 16.
That you know enough to know that even during the wars that you took part of hundreds of years ago, demons walked the material plane. It is possible for demons to transgress a material plane, so you don't think that it will hurt you to go outside, although you do think there is a possibility that your power over the ship only continues as long as you're on the ship. So if you leave the ship, you might lose control of your crew.
Can I knowledge Arcana or something to focus more on the magic between me and the ship, and if I leave it, if I will stop being control of it?
Oh, I do have a spyglass.
I don't think it'll matter if you concentrate or not. I think if you don't know for sure, but you suspect if you leave the ship, you might lose control of the crew.
I look at my crew and I'm like, y'all, I'm just really angry about leaving the ship. So I think I'm gonna try to find some binoculars or something and just
There is a periscope on the ship, but you can only see, a short distance outside the ship over some of the cliffs.
Use a periscope.
If you position the ship properly.
So I tell my crew, I'm like, look, one day I might not be in control of this body and we might have to fight this demon. And I look at Karam knowing that he just wants to get back to his family, and I'm like, Karam, don't you want to set all the people on this boat free, back to their homes, wherever those are, or freedom? Wouldn't that be nice to get all these people off of this ship? Paladin way. I would love that. Love to help any way I can. And then I look at Arog and Eriku, and I'm like, wouldn't it be great to pillage on our way back to land to...
That's what I've been dreaming about.
Yeah.
All of these nights we've been working on this island.
I was like, we're gonna have more friends. All the friends in the world, Karam. You can convert as you wish. And you can even bring them back on the ship with us. Hang out. It'll be great. And I'd like to itch my hat a little bit, and I'd be like, and we have to make more barbecue sauce. And I just stress that point that maybe when we pillage places, have barbecue sauce, grab that too.
Number one priority.
Number one priority.
Looting barbecue sauce.
Parallel to some other other number one priorities, but like barbecue sauce.
It's up there. It's on the grocery list.
I think I'm gonna go find this periscope if y'all are cool with that. Check out this giant thing. Do y'all wanna do like a looking around time?
I want to go to the first mate's quarters. I want to go.
Y'all wanna like try to find some shit? Like I'm gonna try to find a periscope. Y'all wanna try to find like stuff? I don't know, whatever's on the ship.
I don't know. Can we do just a
Information? Right?
I mean, you guys now have access to the captain's quarters and the first mate's quarters, but Kevo can name a new first mate or make all three of your first mates and share that room or whatever. It's a private room and it's full of treasure, so.
Let's look around the captain's quarters for any kind of navigating equipment. We're already here.
But Kevo's already found all the maps and they were altered by the previous captain on.
I went in there once.
Both of them are full of treasure, trinkets, toys, loot, and various pillages. You want to be in the first mate's quarters or the captain's quarters?
First mate's quarters.
Alright, so
I
you
went in
leave.
there once and it was to talk down to the other person.
Now it's open to you because the captain's your best friend, so.
I'm gonna go in there and I'm just gonna do a general sweep of the entire room and see if there's anything badass.
That'd be an appraise check if you're looking for something valuable.
18.
Alright, so you don't see any weapons in here, but there is a large sack of gold, and there is some jewelry.
How large is the sack of gold?
Large enough to hold about 125 gold pieces, probably.
So I can like tie it in my belt.
It'll be heavy, but you can carry it around, yeah.
Okay, well I'll just leave it there and I make note of it. And I look at the jewelry.
Shiny jewelry, baubles of jewelry, a box full of rings and pendants and cufflinks we've stolen from various people.
Put rings on like all my fingers. Is there anything good to eat?
There are some treats in here. Fancy snacks, cakes, things like that, yeah. Things you wouldn't get out of the normal galley.
I make note of the treats and the gold and I'm pretty cool with this room. I'll probably come back here to sleep later.
Yes.
And while you're in there, the rest of your allies go looking for the periscope.
Yeah, I paint my slime boy symbol on the door of the first mate's quarters.
Nice.
Like, our slime boy symbol, you know.
I will go look for the periscope, but no one else has to come with me unless they want to. Did you want to go though?
I will go with you. I just want to take one last look around the captain's quarters for any weapons, armor, equipment. I rolled a 17 from looking around.
You also don't see any weapons or armor or anything. Just like most of the crew in here, everyone probably carries their weapons armor with them all the time just in case something happens.
Tools, like, I don't know, say like a grappling hook. I don't know, just some shit like that laying around.
I rolled too low. No grappling hook or anything like that. That's something else he'd probably be carrying on his pack if he did have it, so.
Treasure, huh?
Can I look for like maybe like scrolls or books or anything?
All the papers here appear to be maps. He doesn't see much of a book reader or scroll writer. Besides the maps, there's nothing else on paper product lying around.
Can I read one of the maps?
I mean, you could look at them, but like I said before, they seem to have been drawn over by the previous captain, so they seem to be unreliable maps or maps have been altered.
So like they're useless to us.
Not useless, but you couldn't rely on them 100%.
Can I look around the room for any symbols on stuff, like crest or anything that I recognize? Like any type of like metal work that I like recognize?
Yeah, maybe knowledge religion.
I will knowledge religion.
You definitely get a sense this is your sanctum in this demon body, and as the captain, you might pick out some runic marks all on the four corners of the room.
Can I read them?
They are in abyssal.
And do I know that abyssal is from like an abyss world?
You might know enough to know that it's like a demonic language. Yeah. You just don't speak it.
Alright. I'm gonna slide a ring on my pinky, no preference, and I will go find a periscope.
Alright, you put on a fancy ring and go looking for the periscope. It's easy to find. You look directly to the periscope. As you see like a 60-foot radius around the ship. Can't really see much past. You can sort of like see through some of the rocks and see like just bits of the giant's head, but you can't see very much because many of the cliffs here are in the way. But with some help from your allies, they're able to point out like small bits. Like that's his hair. That's the top of his head right there.
Okay, how tall is the periscope coming out the top of the submarine?
Maybe 10 feet.
I leave the periscope up. I'm gonna go up to the top deck. I'm gonna keep my hand on the periscope, but I'm gonna float up to the top of the periscope, but I'm still touching the ship. And I'm gonna add that my 9 feet or whatever I am on top of the periscope and try to see the giant with my own eyes.
Alright, perception check as you balance precariously on top of the periscope.
24.
You can see a little bit more of it, but not much more. It's still hard to see over the tops of these white stone hills. But you can see a little bit more of it, still only the top of it.
I know it's just a giant body and a pit and then like ocean, but like, do I recognize it? Do I recognize how old this giant might be here? Do I know how long the giant might have been here?
You can assume a long time, though it's not fully decayed yet. And the stone around it appears to be some soft stone. You're familiar with it, a very soft white stone. Almost chalk-like, easy to crack. So you're surprised it's holding this giant up. Maybe it's a light stone that floats some.
I go back inside.
I did not give you my spyglass.
Oh, you have a spyglass? I run into Arog at the bottom of the
I've been following you.
Yeah, I
agreed to go with
fly
you.
back down, I bump into Arog. I bump into my friends, and I'm like, do you guys have any barbecue sauce?
I got no barbecue sauce, but I have that spyglass. spyglass I mentioned earlier.
Oh my god, thank you. And I just look kindly at them and look my eyes, and I curiously go back up spyglass to look at the giant.
Alright, roll another perception check with your spyglass.
10!
Not much better. You just see have a closer view of the same parts of his head.
Oh, +5.
Still not better than your last time, so you're seeing about the same thing. Just closer up.
I sneeze, and then I look again.
Oh, that's the last one I'm going to allow, though.
20, 25.
Alright, this time you're able to make out the fact that it's a one-eyed giant, a cyclops
Okay.
creature.
I
think your allies might have already told you that.
Can I knowledge roll my personal experiences with cyclopses?
History.
I also shimmy back down the thing. 14?
You don't remember much, but you do remember thinking cyclopses are assholes.
Asshole. I fly back down and look at my friends, and I'm like, yeah, the guy's probably a fucking asshole. Hey guys, I think that stone stuff around it might be like fake or something, and I kind of like pause to like taste my flesh for a second, and then I like go back and I'm like, but I think maybe it might be floating, and we're in a submarine, so I think we should go look underneath it and see what's there.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
We're all systems go, right?
From what I know of, okay, we're ready to roll.
I am good to go too. Okay. All's well. I sniff the air and I'm like, I think that barbecue sauce is done. And I go back into the alley area and we prepare to down periscope and down submarine.
Alright, you give the order and your crew runs into position and does whatever it is that they're supposed to do to make this happen.
Yeah, submarine.
Submarine starts diving down underneath the island.
Can we reconvene the navigation room, you guys?
Yeah, let's do it. Here, where the hell we are. That's where the periscope is, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, is that where the periscope is? Is that where we are?
Yep, that's where you are. That's right where the navigator was before.
Oh, is the navigator still on the ship?
He sure is. He didn't die, luckily.
I beckon him to us.
He comes because you're the captain.
I tell him, thank you for coming anyways, because I'm trying to pretend like I'm not really in control. Okay, and then I make him explain to us how to use everything.
Alright, it's some very complicated equipment, but with survival checks or with knowledge geography checks and things like that, you can use the equipment yourself, so he'll teach you as long as you can roll well enough you can use it. He's got charts, he's got astrolabes, he's got equipment, he's just trying to chart where the ship is going and where it might end up. So.
We got any kind of a lead on that?
So I can make him drive us places?
You can. Now, you are currently in uncharted territory, but he thinks you're somewhere in the far South Seas, probably southeast of the Dinosaur and Snake Islands you recently left. That's all the information he has, but he's not sure.
I ask him if he knows the dog.
Diplomacy.
It's 12.
Alright, is your intimidation better?
No.
So even though you don't think it's going very well, the guy is still under your control. So he will sort of reluctantly say, I don't know, it sounds familiar.
My eyes at him for his most dishonest answer.
He says, well, have you got a map? A map of it? Can you show it to me on a map?
Oh, I look at my friends and I'm like, who are in their original bodies? Do any of you have your map on still?
I do! You've been in the dumps for so long, these things were useless!
Arog pulls out his map.
New door in the dumps!
Alright, so you pull out a new door and a donks map. Now, of course, you've been underwater a couple times, so there might be damage. Just roll and see how much. 50%. So either half of each map is destroyed or one map is destroyed, your choice.
I say we fucking get rid of the donks map.
You're from the donks, so that's probably a better choice, you're right. Your new door map is fine, but your donks map is ruined. But you show him that, and he's able to piece together the shape of the continent and make some judgments. It says wherever it is, it must be far north of here. It's an area the ship hasn't been in a long time. He'll say he's been on the ship for a number of years, and it doesn't tend to stray far from dark water.
Okay, I tell him that's perfectly fine, and I rub his head a little bit. First, can we look under the giant?
Oh yeah, I'm totally down to do that. We're here now.
Yeah, the ship's already diving down, so.
Tell him thank you for all his hard work and definitely up for a promotion. And then I asked him to please take us take us down under the giant, see what's going on
Yeah,
under
you guys do that. The ship goes down, you guys are now underneath the island. You can periscope up and look at it, or just keep going down, whatever you like.
Let's periscope up, right? I mean,
Look at it.
we look at it.
Alright, you do so. From underneath this island, you see no island. Just water. You guys have gone far enough below the island. There's just water, no rock. Your instinct was right. The rock is floating above. Most rocks don't float, so that is very strange.
Can we do like a knowledge, geography, see like what's up with that?
Knowledge history for tales.
Might be more of a knowledge nature.
Oh yeah.
That's enough to know this isn't natural, and you probably need to roll a knowledge arcana to know anything about it. Not normal for rocks to float. There are very few that do.
17.
Yeah, it's definitely magic. You don't know what kind or anything, but yeah, rock doesn't usually float. So.
That would make sense because I'm weary of magic as of barbarian, and I'm like, this shit's magic. Say that out loud to my friend.
Is it evil magic?
You would have to detect alignment on that. You couldn't sense it.
I can detect some magic. I detect the magic.
Pilot the ship a little bit closer so you get close enough to try to detect magic on it. You do detect some magic, some mild transmutation magic, some evocation magic. Definitely this was a rock that was created, not natural to this earth.
Can I see if I know anything about what's going on?
Yeah,
I mean,
get
I don't
it.
really have any reason to, but yeah, I rolled a 3.
Oh.
I think real hard.
Orc know nothing about floating rock.
Is it an evil magic, though?
You don't sense any sort of alignment to the magic itself.
No motives to it.
It's neutral, just a neutral floating ass rock.
Can I roll on just like my memories of the Giant Wars?
Kana, or history.
10.
You don't remember anything specifically about this Cyclops or floating rock, anything like that. I mean, as a dwarf, you know floating rock is strange.
Cyclops made a boat out of a rock. Yeah, maybe it's just rusting. Maybe we shouldn't have all that meat in our cellar.
Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, let's just get out of here.
We're for sure know it's dead, and it's not just like in a sleep or anything, right?
You don't know that for sure, but its flesh did seem to be rotting, although very slowly. Maybe a knowledge religion from Bekeffa would tell you more.
Ooh, I got a natural 20 plus
Natural 20 is good enough on this. So.
21.
Yeah, a natural 20. So Bekeffa is going to recall part of the legend of the giant gods plagued the earth in her youth, the ones you fought against. You do remember the rumors that even if they were killed, either they always had one organ that could remain alive inside them so they could be revived easily. So maybe this giant's heart or brain or liver or something is still making it die slowly. It can't still be revived by magic, basically.
What did you guys say you ran into when you were pillaging the giant?
Lice and a slime thing in the mouth.
Like spit?
And the eyeball. Something like that. No. It like
Eyeball hole.
Alright, I think we should just drop off this meat little by little as we swim away from it.
That's our food source. What do we...
Yeah, we can just pillage someplace though. I don't want to keep meat that might what if that giant wakes up and tries to chase us down, yo?
Oh.
Well, you do know it would take some kind of magic to revive it, so unless someone comes along trying to revive it, which you guys seem to be the people that have been here a long time, it's unlikely that will happen.
Okay, let's just eat it.
Let's keep it around until it's...
I put barbecue sauce on myself. I had barbecue sauce.
Or you lather up the demon flesh monster with barbecue sauce. And the god flesh has barbecue sauce, which your crew eats tonight for dinner. It's late at night now.
Because we're eating god flesh.
End of the 6th day. Underwater, you guys are deep underwater, eating dinner.
I will not force anyone to eat god flesh because as a dwarf with a history, I'm kind of freaking out right now.
Alright. So today, Bekeffa does not make you eat the god flesh unless you want to, so. Only the meat eaters are really happy about it, and everyone else can have whatever vegetarian options are available till food supply runs out.
So we just dip out and head towards next landmass our navigator knows about.
Yeah, I think he knows how to get us back home.
He knows, from here he knows probably how to get back, at least the direction of Snake and Dinosaur Island, and from that island he might be able to find the direction sort of northeast from there to locate Udort properly.
Okay, yeah, I tell him to set a course before we set a course!
Set the course.
You set a course for Snake and Dinosaur Island. Which do you prefer, Captain?
Fantastic. We want to stop there.
Drop all of it.
Let's drop half the snake people off, and
Yeah, just think, as long as, what's the other snake people was having?
there is no more snake people, right? We have all of
We
them.
pretty much got most of them. I mean, it might be like a small little rebel band left, but...
Yeah, if anything, there's a handful that escaped.
Show up in the ship that's
Let's let the children off in the shallows. No, fuck that. Let's just go past it. We tie our raft boat. Is that right?
You could, but I mean, if you go under, or if you still you risk damaging it, of course. But as long if you stay on the surface all the time, you can probably tow it behind you, no problem.
I mean, just for comedic effect, just do it.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's D&D. You can tie anything to anything. As long as you can roll.
Let's tie the raft to it.
Well, first you got to go find your raft. So
I say we go further north and find a civilization type of place that we can pillage.
I mean, that's fine.
Captain's orders.
And we have to deal with that Blackwater shit.
We got all this treasure.
go home.
Then let's fucking go home. Yeah.
you tell him to set a course north towards where you think New Dorp is.
Yeah, north.
All right, you guys head north after nightly meal.
He's about to head direct north.
He's gonna head the direction where he thinks New York is, which is sort of
Okay.
northwest, but he's got nothing to base it on, so he's sort of just winging it. He'll alter his course if we see land, so basically kind of keep an eye out for it. It's gonna be a several month-long journey to get there, so.
Is there any way... You could have a better idea. I think you mentioned going back to Snake Island and...
Yeah, using Snake Island as a bearing would help. That would take you guys to go back to Snake Island first.
Okay.
Go near.
Let's just go
We
swing
go-
by.
Swing by Snake
We don't
Island
go to. We just
to help our Sea Navigator.
Alright, so you go the direction of Snake Island first, but you don't stop there.
Correct.
Just go around.
Alright, so right now you're heading the direction of Snake Island as day 6 ends. Within the 6th day, your ship is heading west underneath the giant island. You guys are now beneath the rocks, sailing that direction. At the end of the night, everyone goes to rest at the end of the evening, except Bekefo, who now needs to roll a will save.
I call upon the point.
Alright, roll again plus 8.
27.
Ooh, so very close.
Ah!
But not enough. So now, unfortunately, Bekefo, your charisma is equal to 4, unless you are in Blackwater. When you're in Blackwater, your charisma is normal. Outside of Blackwater, your charisma always equals 4.
Oh, okay.
Right now, you're outside of Blackwater.
My charisma is 4.
Your alignment now also becomes evil. What's your current alignment? If you're a true neutral, you become neutral evil.
Just did what I've been trying to do this whole game.
I'm sorry.
One more thing, Bekefo, you become sickened unless the ship is fed flesh without a soul. So as long as you're feeding the ship god flesh, you have the sickened condition. That's not a big deal, but...
God flesh is number 1 for us to eat.
Oh, yeah.
So the Vikanians can go in the fucking fire pit.
Oh, I mean, you're evil now.
You're evil, so you have every reason.
Oh my god, okay.
As long as you're sickened, you take a -2 on all attack rolls, damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. You basically take a -2 to everything while you're sick.
Okay.
Any roll you do, take a -2.
I'm like eating the barbecue sauce and I'm spreading it all over the hat and myself. And the hat's kind of like morphing onto my head at this point, and my saucy exterior is just kind of like bubbling a little.
And the ship will now reveal its true self to you. No one else sees this, but you do. The true horror of the demon ship that you were inside of, it is not a machine of metal. It is a machine of flesh and bone. Now you now see the knobs people are pulling on are like appendages and like dicks and stuff. They're like yanking on demon dicks. This whole ship is a living creature. You're inside the belly of a living demon.
Oh, I feel so dirty. I sit in the captain laughing.
You're basically now the brain of this living demon creature. It's a giant demon fish. You're in its body.
I stroke it.
We're all strong.
But then I like scrape the sauce off of it. Okay, I summon Kira to me.
Karam has no choice but to join you. It's the middle of the night, everyone else is asleep, but Karam, you feel awoken in the middle of the night and drawn to visit Bekefo in Captain's quarters. Bekefo's still awake, middle of the night, waits for you to arrive, which you quickly do.
I'm in the dark with my eyes moving around. I eat some sauce. It smells very barbecue-y. I emerged out of like Apocalypse Now style, and I'm like, don't you dare take my sauce. And I'm like, feed my engine. Put a Vishkanya in the fire.
You can tell, Karam.
If you want.
Alright, Karam. This is going to go against your natural predilection towards murder, so you can roll a will save right now to resist Bekefo. So will contest to see if you can fight wanting to murder a Vishkanyan for the captain.
Got 18, 23. Oh shit, she does!
Alright, Karam, you feel hesitant about tossing a Vishkanyan in the oven. In your mind, you just realize there's tons of God. Why not feed it God flesh? Something in your mind clicks. The good part of you awakens and knows there's something wrong about tossing a live Vishkanya in the oven when there's all this free fuel down there, basically. You might not resist yet, you're not fully resistant, but you might bring it up to the captain that there's plenty of fuel down there.
No, it can also be alive.
I think you would feel similarly about that.
No.
All that god flesh, though.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna go and put some god flesh in it.
Yeah, like God.
Karam leaves.
I call Erica and Errol to go stop Kira from throwing, like, telepathically.
Alright, so Eriku and Erog wake up in their bed.
I arrive at
Alright.
Oh, yeah. I take off toward
As you guys wake up, Karam's coming in the ladder onto the second floor, so you'll see her climbing down as you guys are getting out of your bunks.
Oh, hey guys! I'm gonna go feed the ship.
I hear him.
And I'm like, feed it.
Yeah.
I just hear him up.
Oh!
Alright, roll CMB to grab Karam.
You're speaking to us,
21.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
15.
Alright, so you're able to grab Karam, so just a strength check to make sure you're strong enough. I'm sure you are, though, to lift Karam up.
I got a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah. Karam's up over your head now. You're about to do like a backbreaker. She's up over your
I
head.
told Karen about I figure skater, and I'm like, I look up and I'm like, what are you doing? It's like a kind of a sparkly moment.
After shaking myself from her eyes, I was gonna feed the engine some god flesh.
No, it doesn't want the god flesh.
I don't put Karen down. I'm just holding her up in the air.
I head toward the nearest Vishkanyan.
Alright, so while Eriku holds Karam up in the air, defenseless, like flailing around, Arag walks up to a Vishkanyan asleep in bed.
I don't like this idea.
Yeah,
I got flesh.
the nearest one is.
I look up at Karen, I'm like, shh.
I'm gonna take my battle axe and I'm just gonna fucking whack this dude in the head with the hilt of the axe.
Alright, he's defenseless right now, so just roll damage on him.
Be a character, I'm having my arms up.
I did 6 damage.
Alright, he says ow and wakes up. He's bleeding some. He puts his hand to wherever you hit him with the hilt of the axe.
I hit him again.
Roll for initiative.
Fucking chip wants.
Yeah.
Speaking to me.
He got a natural 20 for initiative, so good luck.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Why not a volunteer?
8.
So after you hit him in the head with your hilt of your axe, he pulls out dagger from under his pillow, swipes at you. I rolled a 10 versus your AC though, really shitty.
That's not good.
I run over with Karen in my arms. I just shake him really hard.
You have to roll to see where you're at in the initiative round, but you might beat Arog's initiative, so go for it.
I only got 8.
Yeah, so let's beat 8. You can go next, sure. With an
I
escape,
got a 13.
Cam, you can also roll for initiative to see where you're at in this, and if you want to roll escape artist.
I only got a 6.
I run over and I just kick the shit out of this guy.
He's in the top bunk, so he's take a pretty high kick, so roll.
10 went bad.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not able to kick high enough. Either hit the bottom of the bed, it doesn't bother him, or you miss all completely either way.
Like how tall is the bunk bed?
Probably 6-7 feet up.
Alright, yeah, so I'm just
Wait,
like
I'm
eye
not
level with this guy. I'm just looking at him.
Yeah.
This didn't go how I thought it would.
No, but now it's Arog's turn, so maybe you'll have better luck.
I'm just gonna hit him with the fucking butt of my axe again. Non-lethal damage.
I made it because I distracted
20 not natural.
Woo!
That's a hit.
7 damage.
13, so it's pretty close to unconscious, but not unconscious yet.
I don't wriggle up. Wriggle down.
Alright, so you can roll escape artist or acrobatics or a C&B to get out of this. Any one of those.
9.
Yeah, that's 18.
Karam is unable to get free from your tight grip. One hand on his buns and one hand on his shoulder blade. He cannot get free.
That baby arm's strong now.
Yeah,
It's got a good grip on them buns, that's for sure. Once again, swipe at Arog. He's his biggest threat currently. A 5, that's a total miss, so. Unlucky snake guy. And he's like caught up in his covers too, so.
my face is just like peeping over at this guy. Try to headbutt him. Got a natural 20. Woo!
Yeah, you can headbutt him.
I headbutt the shit out of him. 17.
He's dead.
Oh.
I didn't mean to kill him.
Okay, it's the barbarian race.
I'm like kind of upset when I saw him. Like for once I didn't need to kill a guy. But then I decided to take pride and dedicate it to my goddess. I just can't help but killing him.
6 seconds later, that body rises from the dead.
I swing at my axe. Just chop that bitch. I know it's coming.
I'm gonna write that one down.
Yeah, you got one.
12 damage.
Alright, good hit on the first try. So if someone wants to finish him off.
I want to try to use diplomacy on Erica.
I'm in a rage, my dude.
And I kind of blink my lashes at my manly, feminine, long for a man's eyelashes. He's put me down.
Alright, diplomacy to ask Eriku to put you down.
14.
Yeah, so that's about how well it goes, Eriku. It's for you to decide what you do with that information, so.
So I put Karam down gently and I draw my axe and I chop this zombie right in the neck. It's like really nonchalantly to where it's kind of weird.
Yeah, roll that attack.
But I'm still in a rage, so it's still a 15 though.
You said 15? He gets a reflex save. Fails, he'll take full damage, so roll it.
Well,
This zombie is dead, and this cot is, or this bunk bed is ruined.
I just leave the mess there. I walk away from it because I'm not leaving my captain.
A few people in bunks nearby awaken, racket. It's the middle of the night, so some people nearby are going to try to see what's going on. But this time, that guy's double dead, so.
Fucking guy turned into a zombie.
I
Like.
already walked out the room.
Alright, it's time to go next.
First fucking, we first meet. Fuck them. They're not mess with us.
Kira's just scared by the body. Pick up the body.
We left. Let's go find someone not dead.
Alright, so
He's got a zombie
Karam
body.
stays back and cleans up the mess while you guys go looking for another body to beat up. 45 experience points. But this time, it's just Arog and Eriku while you're cleaning the bunk by yourself. So the two of you approach someone else. You want to approach one of the guys that just woke up, or someone in a bunk nearby.
How much shit you pick?
I'm still raging, so I just punched the shit out of the first guy I see. I want it dead, so we're gonna pistol a ring.
Roll for initiative with the guy that's woken up in the next bunk. Roll a 7, so.
23.
15. Alright, try not to kill him this time, but if you do, I understand.
I got a 17.
Stay out.
17's a hit.
I'm just in the captain's quarters putting barbecue sauce on the walls now.
It was a 12. My punch was a ring 12.
So you don't knock him completely out, but you knock him pretty good. That's a lot of damage to do with your fist, so.
Knocked out.
We're gonna knock this dude unconscious. I'm gonna charge up and again, handle the axe. Boom. Onto a natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
13 damage.
Alright, blew it out. That's just enough to make him dead. 1 point.
What? No.
Yeah. That's 1 point below dead.
Oh, that Now it's on me.
So 6 seconds later, that guy turns into a zombie. A couple more people around are waking up because of all the noise, but that guy turns into a zombie 6 seconds later. Karam is in the next bunk, sighing to himself, cleaning up the mess you just made, knowing he's about to clean up another mess. The zombie's gonna try and swipe at you, Eriku. That's a 16, so you get a reflex save for half.
That's
I
true.
got a 10 for my reflex save.
Alright, so you will take the full 6 damage.
Dang!
Removing a shake.
The guy swings at me. I punch the crap out of him. 22.
That's a hit.
Punch the crap out of him. Wait, is it a zombie?
Yeah, it's on.
It's a 9.
Alright, 9 damage.
Alright, I'm gonna use the pointy end this time, the sharp end, and I'm gonna swing at that fucking zombie. Gotta put him down. 18.
Hit.
Cool. 7 damage.
That's enough to kill that zombie as well, so you guys have killed 2 zombies. This time the 2 of you get 60 experience points.
Why don't you just go tell them there's coming to jump in the fire? Under your will, I think.
You can try if they don't.
They are under your will, but like when it comes to stuff like that, that's when they get a will. They can try to roll a will save and then either resist or just dive in.
Yeah, I'm
There we
gonna
go.
instruct one of my Vishkanyan crew members to meet Eriku and Erog in the basement for a very important meal gathering.
Alright, and you tell Eriku and Arog telepathically to go in there too?
Yeah, fuck it.
You guys head downstairs.
I want to see zombie's clothes.
Alright, you may. The first one's clothes are more messed up than the second one. The second one's only got 1 gash from Arog's weapon. Other than that, it's still probably better than your clothes that has the nipples torn out.
Yeah,
Right
I
there.
switched. Well, I just
Trade
take mine
shirts.
off.
Alright, Karen's got a purple shirt now with this 1 gash in it. Behind you follows the Vishkanya that gets out of bed and starts walking down there.
Yeah, the rest of them.
So right behind you guys down the ladder climbs Vishkanya.
As we climb down the ladder, I studied this Vishkanian to see how easily I could probably lift him up based off of Kiram's weight earlier.
Probably similar weight, maybe a little more, but not a whole lot more.
I weigh 140, by the way.
Okay, sweet.
He might be like 160 or so, but not much more than that.
At the bottom of the ladder, I stop and let them go ahead and I come up behind Vishkanian.
The guard is still down there, the one that stands by the ladder all the time. He's still down there, standing guard. Furnace of one in, cage is full of god flesh. Confused Vishkanya looking around, and you guys.
No way, get him.
Why did I come down here? Why did you guys come down here?
Yeah, let's lead him
We're
over
about
by
10
the
feet
furnace.
away from the furnace.
Now I just hit him with
You're supposed to roll for initiative, and I got a 21.
8.
I mean, like, I'm the only one on the show who cares. Oh, you might as well. Would he?
You can't see what's going on down there, but you have a gut feeling about it.
Okay, can't you just tell the Vishkanian get in the fire? Aren't they better when they want to do it?
I don't.
Yeah.
I think it was the opposite.
I fill the guard with a strange sense of bad vibes about this Kanyan dude down there. I give him like these like prejudiced fears, negative feelings about this Vishkanyan guy, and I have him walk towards the furnace.
Alright, so he goes towards the furnace. He's going to try to swing on you guys, free swing on him. So his first one will be Arag. I rolled a 5, so...
Like, I'm behind him and he swings at Arlog and I come up behind him and I just, like, bring my axe down on him.
Straight down the
Just,
middle.
like, right on his back, so hopefully it paralyzes him. Weirdly specific, but
Are
a
you
general
chopping
axe
straight
chop.
in half?
Like the blunt side? Like the blunt side?
I'm
Or are
just
you
gonna,
axing him?
yeah, and then I'm gonna push him in the fire.
Alright, do you?
The guard's opening the door, right?
I want him near the door.
Yeah, don't open it until it's do something.
Let's just,
Do you chop it? Yeah, chop it. Barbarian.
yeah, I'm
Let's
gonna chop
get
him.
another one. Might kill him. We've already killed 2. It's not like
It's an 18 for the hit.
That's a hit.
Fuck it. Let's get another Vishkanian down there.
Just-
I want to make my way down there while this is going on.
Alright, so Karen finishes looting and cleaning and heads downstairs. Yeah, you can do that. Your next round.
12. Is 12 enough to knock him out a little bit?
Okay.
It does some damage. He's not unconscious yet, though. It does a lot of damage to him.
12 damage, so he's just down.
He's
I
bleeding.
have the guard open the furnace door.
Alright, the guard burns his own hand opening the furnace door. The guard takes 5 damage. Not any of you care. The door's open for a short period of
It's
time.
tinkled up a little bit.
Yeah. The door only remains open for a short period of time before it closes again, so it's kind of, the time thing you got going on here. So.
Oh, my bad, y'all. Well, it's open.
Can you have him, like, stand ready to open the door and wait?
I already opened it.
Oh,
Did that not come out?
No, I whacked that dude with the axe handle. That's 10.
That is a miss. He rolls a natural 1, so when he swipes his knife at you, he falls prone, so he's now down on the ground, Arog in front of you, like at your feet.
Yeah, look at him.
Karim is now opening the hatch above and climbing down the ladder as this is going on.
I want to run in there, throw myself on the guy.
Human shield.
Yeah.
So roll maybe acrobatics to dive in the way so that no one can hurt him.
18.
Karim dives in front of the body of this Vishkanyan. Is now blocking any attack to get to the Vishkanyan now to get through Karim.
What's the deal?
Roll diplomacy to propose a deal mid-battle, Karim.
All I care about is what the ship wants.
12.
Sort of tell in their eyes they don't care about your deal, and it's now Eriku's turn.
I'll go in the furnace.
Karim volunteers himself.
You can throw yourself in there, Carol?
For the
Is
good
it
of
my turn?
My stomach is disgusting.
Actually, a paladin would be the tastiest meal of all, but
Yeah, with a bit of
I'm willing
aftertaste.
to sacrifice myself.
very bitter aftertaste.
The boss wants a Vishkanya.
I mean,
I've tried to like.
this is the body.
No! I tried to dive in.
Yeah, this is the one he wants.
Wait till your next turn before you can dive in the furnace. You already did your move this turn. But you can plan on doing that next turn.
So you're just like over the guy, or are you?
Yeah,
just,
I'm like a shield.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
on the ground and Karam's like in front.
I just like go around here.
You can, but that will risk attack of opportunity from Karam.
Are you gonna attack of opportunity me? Alright, so I'm gonna roll intimidation before I go around Karen and just like pick this guy up.
Alright, so roll intimidation to tell Karam to back off.
Yeah.
Alright, roll it.
But I'm on this guy with my crotch on his head, and I'm like hugging his butt, kind of like.
Alright, you got the 69 position, upside down.
And I try not to puke because I'm trying to be polite. Yeah.
Roll your intimidate there, Erica.
Yeah, I'm like, they're on, and I'm like kind of like a turtle. They're like 69 right now.
Yeah. Alright, so I can just pick this guy up by the leg and shake Karen off.
Well, you gotta roll intimidate first, and then you still have to roll for attack of
I
opportunity.
still Karen to move. I got 28.
Are you intimidated, Karam, enough to move?
28. I get to the side. I kind of shake.
Alright. Karam rolls over enough that you can grab the guy on this turn if you want.
Yeah, I pick him up and I just whip him into the...
Alright, so roll CMB to grab him.
Oh, it's only an 8.
Alright, you're unable to grab him this turn. Maybe because Karam's in the way, maybe not.
Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna try and grab him.
Karen distracted me.
But... Alright, Arok goes in for him.
Still attached to the suit, or you roll?
You're right there beside him. You can still try and stop Arok if you wish to do attack of opportunity, you may, but otherwise he's going for it.
I got an 18.
Versus a CMD, yeah, you got him.
I'm gonna start marching him over to the furnace.
Roll me a strength check to pick him up.
19.
Yeah, you can pick him up. So Arok picks him up and you walk that direction. So Arok is now in front of the furnace. You can't throw him in this turn.
I'm gonna run and dive into the furnace.
Alright, Karam tries to run ahead of you. Roll acrobatics to dive in front of Arok into the furnace.
So many things are happening.
Can I make the guard react? 18.
You can make the guard react that if you want to try and stop Karam, but if not, Karam's going to jump in.
Dive in front of Karam.
Oh, the guard died in the fire.
Yeah.
I'll let you roll a conflicting acrobatics check. I'll let you even use your own bonus. You've got to beat 18 to stop Karam from jumping in with your guard.
4, my dude. And I have -2, so it's a 2.
He doesn't fall down, but like stumbles. He does not go in the furnace, he just stumbles. If you rolled 1, he would have fell in, but you rolled a 2. So he stumbles and is unable to stop Karam from diving in. Door slams. Kajoom!
Well, I can't save you, Karen, because I'm under the influence of the ship. I want to open the furnace.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm crawling my way down there.
Roll a reflex save when you open the furnace.
14.
You take 6 burn damage when you open the furnace. Use your gauntlet hand, your gauntlet takes that instead.
I want to throw the Vishkanya in when the door gets open.
Yeah, it's open now, right?
Yep, and Arog tosses a guy in.
Oh, you're going to toss him in now?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, we toss that guy in too.
Alright.
Toss him in.
Roll a perception check as you guys do that.
This is Kieran. I got a natural 20.
I got an 11.
Alright, natural 20. You'll notice, Arog will not. You will see a glimpse of Karam, who has just dove into this furnace. You'll see that Karam's still in there, standing up amidst this fire. Karam, you take 4 fire damage, unless you want to roll a reflex save to take half.
I'm coming down there.
I'm in crushed.
Kefla's on the way.
4.
Alright, so you will take 4 fire damage, but you'll see they just toss this body in and the door slams behind them. This Vishkanya, who's now screaming, he's on fire too, and he's much weaker than you. He's laying there on fire.
Am I able to roll back out?
You can get to the door, but the door seems locked from the outside. You can bang on it.
I brush my hands and walk away from the furnace.
I stand beside it and relish.
I asked Amadei to open his door for me.
Alright, roll me a diplomacy check with your god, or religion, whichever one's better for you.
17.
17. Eriku, I need you to roll a will contest versus Bakefa, who's heading downstairs right now. So Bakefa, you're now opening the bottom hatch.
I got a natural 20.
Nice. Ooh, I got a natural 1.
Damn!
Alright, Eriku, you're back in total control of yourself. You have some very strange feelings about tossing that cute elf in there. So all of a sudden, you're now back in total control. You might want to save your friend.
As I came in, right?
This is happening as you're coming down the stairs.
What's going on down here? Like that.
Now that I have control of myself, I have Karen from the flames once. Can I open the door and pull him out?
You can open the door and pull, help pull. Your gauntlet takes 4 damage. I just want to reflex to take half.
I want to try to deny that.
You can just refuse to come out whenever it comes to that if you want.
Yeah. I like Anders and Vishkanya.
I pushed the big stride back in the flame.
There we go. I'm just like
15.
With a 15, you can take 2 damage to your gauntlet instead of 4.
My gauntlet breaks as I pull the door door open.
Alright.
It's very thematic right now.
Your gauntlet is now ruined and useless. You can no longer wear it till it's repaired. But the gate's
I
open.
reach in the flames and I pull only Karam out.
Alright, roll C and B to try to grab Karam.
Still raging. 24.
Alright, so you grab Karam. Karam's probably resistant, but you like bear hug Karam. You can't pull Karam out yet this turn, because you've already done your move. You're just like halfway in the furnace now grabbing Karam.
Can I put the Endure Element spell on Eriku as she furnace?
You may, it's a touch spell, right?
Yes.
You can touch Eriku and bless her with Endure Element, so the fire... You can still take fire damage, but you won't feel hot. Meanwhile, though, Karam still feels really hot.
I mean, unless I'm given any further orders, my mission has been accomplished and I'm leaving. I mean, if you want me to watch with you, I'll watch with you.
I get it. One side of him is tossed. And I just like grab him real quick. And I'm like, what is Karam doing? Like that. He tastes so good. Karam tastes so good. Karam's your son.
I mean, like, yeah, he just hucked himself right into the furnace.
I stroke Arog as I think of French. Try to grab the onion.
Yeah, if he's right at your feet, you can just roll a strength check to like pick him up and like toss him out if you want.
17.
I'll get involved in
That's enough. You like lift up this Vishkanya, like shove his body back out of the hole while Eriku's trying to hold you. You like wrestle this other body out.
Oh, the other body's tossed out?
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. While you were wrestling Karam managed to grab the other body and toss it out.
God damn it. I get a little from the inside the furnace.
The Vishkanya body she's tossed out is now unconscious from the flame.
Throw it back in. You work.
We
That's
throw
my
it
turn.
back in.
That's my turn.
So with mine, throw Karam.
Away, which direction?
Away from the furnace. Throw him. I got a 12.
You're unable to throw Karam right now. Too heavy or too wiggly.
Tugging him.
I kick the Vishkanyan back into the furnace.
Alright, roll me a strength check to kick him back in.
It's a 5, but it's a natural 1.
Whenever you kick him, you trip.
Damn.
So you're now like right in front of the furnace, like on your like belly on top of him.
Can I just eat him? Am I directly on top of him? Like, is his face... I want a hand.
Yeah, there
I
could be a
nibble
hand
on
near
his
you.
hand. I'm nibbling on them fingers. My barbecue sauce is dripping on
I'm gonna walk up to Akepo. Hey, just let me know when you're done with that. I'll toss it in the furnace.
Try to push Eric away. Shut the door.
With a C and B or a strength check.
I tried to let you die, Kira. I'm sorry, but now I have my control of myself now. I'm raging.
11.
I do not think that's enough to hit your AC or beat your CMD, so yeah.
Is a hero point?
You may.
Like, there.
Reroll +8 versus Eriku.
32.
Oh.
Alright, yeah, that's enough to shove Eriku back away from the door. She's now gonna slam.
Limit hit. I'm evil.
You pushed just in time. Had you not pushed the away, it would have slammed on Eriku. It should have been like either cut in half or like knocked in there with you. If you push Eriku away just in time, the door slams with just you alone inside the furnace.
And then I kind of like get really into the members.
Alright, you take 3 more fire damage, and it's Eriku's turn again.
I opened the furnace again.
You open the furnace again. You want to take a reflex save. You take 5 damage unless you beat a 15 reflex.
A natural 1.
So you take 5 damage from touching the furnace handle, but it's open again for 12 more seconds.
How sharp are my fingers?
You have claws.
Trying to Armadale the whole time too. I just look at Kirim and I'm just like, can taste so good. The flames wrapping around Kirim. It's just like, ooh, mixed with the smell of this barbecue sauce. Just
Nothing
like,
smells better than a good soul.
But I look at
Good
Kirim,
soul
I'm
food.
just like, Kirim, what are you doing? I just go back to my brain. Can I skin Kirim?
Unless you go in the furnace with her.
This ship has changed me. You're not under my control, though. You'll never forgive me. I'm in so much conflict. I'm deeply thinking about just skinning Karam and wearing his skin and returning to the dawn and being like, I'm home, Dad. All burnt.
Well, even though your current body is large in size, it'll be a very tight fit.
I know.
Already poor.
But I don't think Eric would ever forgive me. So I'm just gonna like turn my back to the furnace and I'm gonna summon another Vishkanyan down to the base.
It'll be another 6 or 12 seconds before the Vishkanya arrives.
I'm gonna pick up the Vishkanyan that's on the ground there and toss his ass in the furnace.
I forgot about
Do you?
Cam, as you're there meditating, Arog's in a strength check to try and toss the guy back in.
I'm gonna try and throw it right on top.
Like, toss him at Karen, basically.
Yeah, I want to toss it at Karen.
Like a football?
Very heavy football, yeah.
Oh, god damn it. I got a natural 1 on trying to pick him up.
Alright, so you trip. You slip in some barbecue sauce and fall down.
Deliciously dangerous. It's a BQ.
Closing the furnace be all I can do?
Yeah, if you want to try and reach out and like force the door to close, you can do that. You can do something after. That could be your move. You'd still have a standard and a swift.
Huh. Okay, I want to do that.
Alright, so Karen reaches out and like grabs the door, pulls it closed.
I'm right there.
When you do that, you take 1 fire damage. You burn yourself. Are you in the way there, Eriku? You blocking?
Yeah, I'm right
Alright, so if you
there.
close the door, it's gonna hit Eriku and either do damage to her, sweep her up in it, or just like burn or hurt her. You can roll a reflex save and tell me if you want to jump into the furnace or away from the furnace. You're gonna take 1 damage.
I take the damage from the door, but I also draw my dagger right in Karen's face.
So you're in the
I'm
in
just
the furnace?
I'm just hanging in there like
Oh
halfway.
man.
Alright, so she's halfway in. So the door's not all the way closed. It's just like closing on Eriku.
I draw my dagger.
No.
You take that 1 burn damage, Eriku, from the door. So do you, Karen. 1 burn damage each.
Draw my dagger and I stab Kieran with it. As I stab him, I say, Kieran, this is like part of my religion.
I'm very single-minded. I gotta
I
get this.
stabbed him with my heart.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Let him bleed out. Don't kill him.
With my heart. I have 19.
Alright, so you're able to hit.
I do 8 damage on Kieran.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Now we're just kind of hanging out in the fire together. I felt like Kieran wanted to die, so I stabbed him. That's kind of where we are right now. With my heart.
Wait,
Because you care so much.
I look at you guys.
And it's cool, and I also like pray to my goddess. I pray to my goddess as I stab Kieran with my heart, and I hope to become a demon. I'm killing my true love.
You're feeling in my back, and I would like to sense motive on Kira right now.
Go for it.
Damn. That's the 2.
You do not understand why Karen would do this.
Let's skin Kara.
Open the furnace more so you can reach in there.
I'm like, yeah, my 3rd. I'm gonna take his hair. Oh, my beautiful hair, at least. The fire just looks like this. It's like the stomach, right?
Well, inside this furnace, this part of the stomach is actually flame. This portal it seems to actually open up to another plane of existence, a hell.
I love it in here. I take my nail and I slice Kira's forehead. That's a 5.
That's gonna be a miss. So Bakefo climbs into the furnace with you, but does not hit you. Tries to hit you, but misses.
Who's there for moral support? I place my hand on Eric and I go, I'm here.
I scramble back to my feet and try to pick up that fish condom again. Yeah, that's a 29 natural.
All right, yeah, you're able to throw him in this time.
I
You
throw him at Kieran.
throw him in the direction of Karam and Bakefo. It'll land sort of at their feet, nearby them.
There is another fish coming on the way.
I'll
Yeah.
throw him in there too.
He's right behind you just now, so as soon as after Karam's turn, he'll be downstairs. Kanya's back in here.
I do like a point guard sort of like.
Well, you and Eric are at the furnace door, so tossing out right now would be hard.
I'm pretty big. Can I hold the door open? Can I do that? It's like, I'll wait. I'm just so mad right now. So many bad fuckery. I'm gonna grab that fish and somehow like push my way through that.
My dagger's in you.
He's still pushing through. You get up and you grab this guy. Roll me a strength check to like try and toss him back out again.
10.
Yeah, so you have trouble picking the guy up this time, and Arog and Eric are in your way. So, and now you take 5 fire damage. Just want to reflex save for half.
Oh my god. What's going on? I'm in the furnace. I say that to you.
All right, so you take the full 5 damage. And now another Vishkanya's arrived, looking really confused. There's 2 people standing in the furnace. 2 people standing like right at the edge of the furnace. There's someone with the captain's holding the furnace door from the inside.
Tell the Vishkani tries to be like, get in here!
It says right away, Captain. He also dives in.
Join us next time for more The Other Dungeon.
This episode of Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater was sponsored by our fans and friends on Patreon. Donate today. Keep Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater alive.